back on. Ads is doing some interval music while we wait. Okay, any luck? No, don't just we're good. We're on.
We're on. We're good.
Okay.
Nice.
Have
Sorry,
you guys
everybody.
Have you just got Facebook user still on the names?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
sorry about that. I don't.
We've got names on our phone.
We got names.
Oh yeah, we have. You
names.
should have names now, Ads.
John, Tanya, Tony, David.
Hey,
yeah, we're back on. We're back. We're live.
We're back, everyone.
Back with a vengeance.
Sorry about that. We're not blaming anybody at Facebook because it's not their fault.
We love you, Facebook.
Much.
Really.
Totally. Yeah, sorry everyone. Bummer. Always happens.
Hello from Nebraska.
Hello. That's why we worry about going over an hour on the live streams every week, because they always get cut off at some point.
At some point, and you never know what's going to happen because they don't tell you; they just do it.
So
for some reason,
we just played you testify, but I think this next question is quite interesting. So I want to hear what his answer is, because he doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. So
in the hot seat.
This is from John, and he says, Grace's voice on most of the tracks on Saving Grace seems to be modulated to some degree, except on the acoustic tracks. I think it would sound even better if it was just Grace with no vocal effects. What were the reasons for the electronic effects? Don't get me wrong, I love the album and the reviews show how good it is, but I just prefer raw vocals.
Oh, it's all Melodyne, it's all tuned, it's all auto-tuned. There's no
Ad, could you not have said anything worse than that just right
now? I'm joking. I don't do my voice. The only effects on... I don't know if you... Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Is this family friendly?
You there?
Facebook strikes again.
The only thing I've used is that guitar pedal and that spring reverb.
You got your finger over it, Ads.
Yeah, we can't see it.
There's a spring reverb from an AC30 there, and a guitar pedal with like a crusty old delay. And what else did I use? Yeah, we just run an SM7 into a tube preamp that I was distorting a little bit.
So there's actually not that much on the vocals?
Do you know what? I can open up the session. Yeah, I literally think it was distorting the preamp a little bit. Reverb from the AC30. Bit of distortion and delay from this kilobyte pedal. And an emulation of a Pultec 670 for compression. And probably boosted a load of top end. I'll have a look though.
I think, and just
wait, no, sorry. There was we run a double track through the AC30 amp.
Ah.
I remember now. We did, I reamped her vocal through the box. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just going to do a shout out to everyone who has found this stream and jumped back on, because there's loads of you back on. Thank you so much. Sorry we got cut off. We don't know why we got cut off. So thank you for finding us again.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
So I think, so there's definitely it's not like digitally processed like everything Ads is doing. It's like kind of analog. It's like re-amped through valve amps and stuff. And it's definitely a challenge to get the balance of like putting some grit on the vocals and it being overdone. And it's a real fine line, and it's kind of, again, it's a preference thing, I think.
I remember now. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once. I'm just opening the session, but I do remember. 2 seconds. We went into a tube preamp because your S's. I remember now. There's a thing with the S's. Your like S's was so sibilant going through the clean preamp, so we distorted it a bit just so it's not like ear piercing when you say an S every single time. That's a very boring thing to talk about online. but
it's techie. I mean, this is the thing. People want to know these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rolling stones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was minimal, man. Like we really didn't we didn't double track anything. I ran the same vocal through the amp, but delayed it a little bit so it didn't be all phasey and horrible.
And the thing is, also, isn't it the case of wanting to try and keep things as old school as possible as well?
Yeah.
And when you listen to, if you were to just put the very raw, completely clean vocal on a song, it doesn't work. Like you do have to have a bit of like verb and a bit of vibe on it, because you wouldn't like you need to hear it, but you just can't. You have to put something on it, and it's a tricky one because it's kind of like a personal preference thing. We're really happy with the amount of effect that's gone on the vocals, but I totally get that it sounds different to everyone. So
well, the okay, right. I've pulled up what I've done now. I can see, and there was actually no verb emulations on this. This was all there's only spring reverb on your vocal, apart from Not Bury My Body, but
Talking in My Sleep.
Huh?
Talking in My Sleep.
Talking in My Sleep, and no, not Talking in My Sleep. Don't Tell Me Goodbye. So let's have a look. You need a man, I'll show you where it is. I've run some tape emulation plugin. Sorry to that guy, it's a plugin. Room mics, very distorted room mics, stereo room mics, and the delay pedal. Yeah, so the room mics might be what he's talking about, maybe.
And this is the thing, Ads, just explain where you put your mics around your room there, which is literally just behind you, which is where we do everything. So we're not in a booth or anything like that.
Room mics for us they didn't move at all. They were literally above my head, facing back at the room. And that was it for the, was that it for the whole thing? Yeah. Did I have them two ridiculously big stands that got in the way the whole time?
Yeah.
Were they there when you were here?
Yeah.
So two mics like above my head facing, because my kit, mostly we recorded my kit upstairs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the room mics were kind of a nice stereo image for that. Had the snare in the middle of those. And yeah, I just ran the vocal to come back. I ran the vocal through the AC30 into the room mics, and that's what the room sound is. It's Grace's vocal played through a guitar amp into the room mic. That's it.
Yeah, so it's a very open room recordings. Yeah. Like we say, there's no vocal booths or anything.
Yeah, sorry to butt in, mate. The other room mic was the bathroom mic, because the bathroom sounds great. Oh, absolutely. And you know, you asked about something I'd change about the album.
Oh, go on.
It's not something I change about the album, but the process. I would mute the bathroom mic whenever Aaron goes to the toilet.
Because that goes in his ears every time because he's wearing headphones.
Oh.
So moving on from that.
Toilet humour.
So Dave says, just curious, do we have effects on our weekly live streams? So I've got a little cheap Behringer mixer, and we have a little bit of reverb on our mics, but that's it.
Yeah.
And so regardless of what Ad says, there's no auto-tuning on the live streams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do always have a little bit of reverb, because killer if you don't.
The thing is, with like auto-tuner and stuff like that, you can hear it, can't you? It's kind of like, it sounds metallic. So, yeah.
I just pulled up the production sessions before I moved it into a mix session, and I also, there's just a little bit of compression on Grace's vocal, and that's the whole chain. I could ever aren't past that.
Cool. And so, just once again, thank you everyone for finding the feed. Sorry we lost you. Yeah. We don't know what happened. We just got kicked off. So sorry everybody. And I know I think Simon's saying about not getting notifications. You might have to go and turn them on. So maybe we'll try and do a post about that so that you get the notification whenever we go live. You might just have to like go into our profile and turn on notifications. But we'll try and do a post to let you know how to do it. Cool.
Let's do another song.
Go for it.
So the next song is Shoot the Breeze.
So this one we wrote with Ads.
Yeah.
Hope you like
17-inch hi-hats. Woo!
Yeah, shoot a breeze,
Yes,
dude.
mate. Might be. Someone earlier asked about my favourite track, our favourite tracks.
Yeah.
It's hard to answer because we have stewed memories. I want to bring back like the best memories. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, we tracked that live.
Yeah.
Maybe not vocal. Can't remember. Definitely me and you together, Aaron.
Totally. Yeah, I remember when you was up there playing the drums and I was down the bottom of it. And yeah, man, that was so cool.
We kind of used the demo take. Apart from the end, we worked on a little bit, but yeah, that whole first bit is like our second or third take through the track. Bloody lovely.
Trumpet solo.
Oh man, trumpet, dude.
We never saw that one coming.
That was fantastic.
Nor did I. Why did I do that? That was so random.
That was so cool, though.
It works though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whose idea was it? I can't even remember.
I think it was Aaron's.
Yeah, I think it was. I think I said about the brass section or something like that, like the old Louisiana kind of style, and then you brought out the trumpet and fucking blew it away. Oh, excuse me. Blew it away, man. That was awesome. It's great.
It sounds like something you'd suggest, to be fair.
Yeah.
And we wanted like
I am random, I know.
We wanted like a 12-bar on the album.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's kind of it's not your typical sort of 12-bar, which is again what we wanted. So
I love the vocal sound on that. It's so nice. Yeah, and the performance, obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about me doing all this. She was doing the same thing on this one.
What?
What?
Right, so
questions.
This is a very long question.
Yeah, cheers, Ray. You noticed.
Planet Rock mentioned WRM yesterday in the new album. Can see you getting a lot of... Oh, I hope so, Chris. Okay, so Mark asked... So there's quite a lot of questions here. So it was saying about how much stock do we keep, and T-shirts and stuff. So all our T-shirts are like... we order based on what you order. We don't hold loads of stock because we aren't kind of big enough to do that. So we have to manage everything. Yeah, we have to manage everything quite closely. So we don't hold lots of stuff. And also, thank you very much saying you'd happily crowdfund the third album. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
We haven't even thought about that yet, but we might be asking for your help again. So thank you very much.
Totally.
It was saying about a record contract, which we've already mentioned about that. Adds in the recording studio, different materials. Are there different materials there to absorb or reflect the sound? What soft absorbing materials are used, and do you have any reflective hard surfaces incorporated to make diffusion?
Oh yes, what a question! Give it like 20 minutes. No. I've got pretty dense rock wool in the corners. Oh god! I can't unplug this Mac. Dangerous. Big old corner traps. Don't know if you can see them. And then I've got reflection points, all rock wool. I've got. I don't know if you can you see up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see like the weird spaceship, everyone. Yeah. All that stuff up there is kind of broadband. Broadband trap stuff. I've got 6-inch gobos there, and carpets and sofas. But I like keeping. A lot of people have said I should get the roof, done a bit. But I like the reflection. I like the sound of a live room. Like,
Totally.
It's a bit of a hangover from the 80s recording style. Like everything's super dead. Like everyone, not everyone. But a lot of people want really dead tracking rooms. But I love the sound of room. Like half this album is just the room sound, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know if when I hear something that I've recorded in my house, essentially, like I feel it feels nice to me because I can like hear my home. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I like hearing the room in stuff and the space that I recorded in, basically.
And it's also very like what you were just saying from the 80s onwards. It was like a very dead sound that people were going for. So we love the 70s sound, so 60s, 70s stuff. So Totally, mate.
And when you sum
Let's
it up,
start
like
recording.
you make the sound dead to take all of the natural reverb out, to then put fake reverb in is kind of the premise, and that's exactly what we don't want to do.
That's just the style.
So.
Yeah, we wanted to the pre stuff to that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a place for all of that, but
yeah,
I like the sound of the space. You know, we've chatted about that before, but I want to hear the space the instrument's in, because you can't take the instrument out of a space. Yeah. So I want to hear it. You know, that's it. That's the short answer.
So Andrew asked, which songs on Saving Grace is your standout tracks, and are there any songs, if you could, would you re-record? So I think we've kind of answered that. Like we wouldn't. I don't think any of us would.
No.
Change.
Oh, I would re-record the Treehouse drums because it was so freaking fun.
If you're going to do that, just let us know so we can be there.
Oh, mate. Next album.
Totally, man. Totally.
The whole thing up there. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Depends what time of year, because you know.
It's got to be the right time.
Yeah, Grace gets cold.
Yeah,
she does.
So Mark asked, have you considered opening an Amazon selling account so people search Amazon for WM orders? No, because we kind of we're keeping everything
in-house,
simple, organised, and in our control. Like it would all get a bit confusing if we start using Amazon, and then you've got Amazon customer service, and I don't know. We just like keeping everything tidy and like. Well, no, I know you email the seller, don't you? But you know what I mean. It's just. Yeah, probably not. Peter says, do you feel the order of the tracks is important when listening to the album?
Definitely. Absolutely, definitely.
You know what, when I've got friends that flick through like a few tunes on albums, but I can't stand it.
I know. Yeah, you've got to listen to the whole thing, haven't you? Totally. Because an album can tell a story, and that's basically what it's about, really, isn't it?
It's just like it's so fun creating one cohesive sound, you know. Like, it doesn't really bother me when people do that, but you know, it's there's something, I guess, about the art of creating a cohesive lump of songs, you know, that should be honoured every now and then, once in a while.
Sorry, Angela says, Adam, are the drums still in your treehouse?
Oh, mate, imagine. No, they're not. They would they'd probably be shriveled up and rotten by now, I reckon.
Yeah. I was going to say. Oh, go on.
No, I should get a really cheap drum kit and just leave it up there. That's not a bad chance.
Just when you fancy it.
Talking about the next album, my landlord, well, assuming you're coming here next, my landlord has just cleared up. You know, I don't know if you remember, in the pond, there's like a little island in the middle, and it was so overgrown you couldn't really see it. But he's cleared the whole thing. There's like a podium in the middle of the pond now.
Oh.
So, is that the new vocal booth?
There you go.
That's going to be everything booth, I reckon.
Yeah. I was just going to revert back to the album question. Well, we're talking about albums and things like that. When we did We Fly Free, we very much wanted to tell a story with that, and the same with the second album, Saving Grace. So it's like a continuation of the same story.
Yeah, definitely. And so we'll do one more question, and I think we should all answer this because Ads has done a lot of gigs in his time as well. So Kelly says, other than Sherry, what techniques do you use to conquer nerves? Because she has her first gig on the 27th.
Oh.
So Ads, what would you say?
Good answer. Good answer.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Two beers.
Two beers.
2 beers.
2 beers only. 2 beers only.
2 beers, okay.
You know, honestly, who asked that, and what do they do? Do they sing? Or
I'm not sure. It's Kelly. Yeah, she's a singer. I'm pretty sure she's a singer.
Well, maybe a beer then. maybe like a rum too. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What I'm not a singer. I've never sung lead vocal on stage, so I can't answer that.
We'd suggest Sherry, definitely, because it warms the vocals as well.
I think,
but not too much.
A little bit of Sherry, but aside from that, I would say, hello, Ali. We loved playing at Rockstock, and it was really lovely to meet you, by the way.
We're rock loose. Look, I've got my Rockstock t-shirt on. How cool is that?
I would.
That was a solid metal face, Grace.
Was it? Um,
I hope someone screenshotted that. That was
I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I would say it's actually like breath control is your most important thing, because when you get nervous, you get short of breath. And when you're singing, especially if you're moving more than you do when you practice, because maybe you're on a stage, so you need to like get your breath control sorted, and that's what will make you sound wobbly if you haven't got enough breath. So it's probably
another thing as well is prepping yourself. Before a gig, you really got to prep yourself. I think we spend all day just like being in the zone before a gig. We can't really do much other than just the prep work, So yeah, totally. Whatever works for you in your mindset, I think, is a case of visualizing yourself on stage, having a great time, and this, that, and the other, and it will happen.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, it's like singers have this thing with like comparing when they're live, like comparing to the support acts or comparing to whoever's coming on after, and am I going to be as good as It's not a contest. There's no contest. Sing what you want to sing your music and love it.
You can only be yourself, definitely.
Yeah, and we've had that conversation in there, because I'm guilty of that, like comparing, and and everyone's better. Like he was like, they're better, they can do that, they can hit that note, they can, and when it does come down to it, like people generally don't really care about what notes you're hitting. It's like how you hit them, and only you can hit them like you. So there's no point worrying about it.
It's fun. It's so fun. Yeah, don't be comparing and all this.
Okay, let's do another song.
Right. So the next song we're going to do is Lost and Found. This is number 10.
Excited. No, I think this is my favourite. I'm changing my mind. It's my favourite.
Yeah, you can run for your life.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite.
Man, did you are you releasing that as a single, or you're not allowed to say?
Haven't decided. Don't know
Yeah.
what our next single is yet.
No.
Another shout out to Robin G. Breeze. He wrote that bass solo-y kind of thing, and then I replayed it with a plectrum. It sounded cooler.
You're hitting it harder.
What a tune. Did I co-write that? I don't think I did.
No,
but it sounds
not that one.
I wish I did. It's such a banger.
It's good, isn't it? It's a really, it's like that note. Like I love singing out of everything on the album. That is the coolest song.
Oh, this was the song where I called the chorus what you called the pre-chorus, or vice versa. The endless beef with naming.
But like we wrote it, so like it's the chorus.
Just pull a rank.
But it just turned out so well. Just so happy with it.
Yeah, totally, man.
And the bass solo is really cool.
Epic. Well, he wrote, like you say, he wrote the line, but then
you can hear it's a Robin vibe. It's got the Robin Robin vibe about it.
Classic Robin. Yeah, man. There was a question I wanted to answer, but I can't find it. Oh, someone said about sax solo next album. What are we saying?
Well, I can play a little bit of saxophone, but Adam can play a lot of saxophone. So
I really can't, man. I just black it. Black it. Forget it.
Okay. So Terry asks, how do you decide when a set of lyrics is good to go?
Well, I think it's got to tell a story, and that's it. And if I can convey the story that I want to convey, that's it.
And if it fits with often if Aaron writes lyrics first, and I'm like straight away normally I'm like, oh, I can get an idea of a song. Like you can just you just get ideas straight away from it, and then often it will be like, I need something else here, or that doesn't work with how the melody goes and that kind of thing. So
and then things have to change a little bit, don't they?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And when we were writing with ads, it kind of was. It was all a bit scary to start with because we've never done that before. I was like,
we both were.
Because ads is really scary.
You did know, man. You did know. Yeah, we were scared.
But
Carlo,
we spend less time on vocals than other lyrics than other things, I guess. Don't we?
Yeah.
Always pretty good to go lyrically.
Yeah, Aaron's doesn't sit and labour over lyrics. Like they just flow. Like he'll just write a page of lyrics and then you just pull pieces out. So there's never short.
Really nice handwriting as well.
Yeah, it's a nice handwriting.
It's so pretty.
And he's writing all the lyrics that are going out to the crowdfunders, the handwritten lyric sheets. So he's got lovely handwriting. So.
Oh, nice. Let's have some.
Yeah. So have you both trained in music school? Extreme. Oh, thank you, Ali. No, we never went. I didn't really go to school, to be fair. So definitely didn't go to music school. Ads, you done a year of a degree, didn't you?
Yeah. So I just read a comment that just said ads equals pussycat. I thought it was quite funny.
Oh yeah. That's from Matt.
Yes, I did a year. Yeah, year and a bit. I actually, we were chatting before we went online. I did some sacrificial burn of all my old stuff. I found my old degree thing, my passing my year one, burnt that as well. So yeah, I did a year and a bit of a music degree. Hated it. Didn't learn anything. Quit.
And what was kind of interesting, you said that you were the only one who was actually doing music out of your course, aren't you now?
Oh, right. Yeah, I think there's the dude in, there's a couple that do function bands, and one guy that maybe runs a studio in Frinton. But yeah, I think I'm the one.
So yeah, Ali, not
I don't want to say too much more about that.
No formal training going on here. Well, ads has done some, but we haven't.
Man, YouTube is like way better than any any
It is.
college or uni, but not for everything. For like music production, especially. Oh my god! Like, get on YouTube. As in, don't make a YouTube account. Watch people on YouTube. There's just so much knowledge. Like, yeah, I learn most things from either doing it and trying things out and failing, and then learning from it, or just watch YouTube videos. Like,
and songwriting is like listening to music.
Yeah.
Like listen to music.
Unless you need a degree for something to take you where you want to go. I'd really advise like learning from YouTube. Because the people are, I don't know, maybe some of the things that on uni degrees are inherently outdated because, you know, curriculums have to be written and assessed and okayed by everyone. And, you know, I feel like learning online is a more up-to-date way to learn things in our rapidly changing times. It seems to fit our current time more. That's what I'm trying to get at. Learning from
you get different opinions, and you can really niche in, like if you want to know something specific, like there is a video like you're getting someone.
I'm not like disregarding the legitimacy of actual teachers, you know. They're obviously, teachers are amazing, but yeah, for things like music tech, you know, having people that are in big studios and that tried something last week and like found something amazing, they'll put it straight online. You know, you can't beat that.
Yeah. Like you say, it's up to date. Like literally to the minute, isn't it? Yeah.
So good.
Okay, so Peter. So lyrics I understand are crafted by Aaron. Some are deep and sad. Is it from personal experience? If it is, it must be before you met Grace and the two of you radiate in each other's company. But would love to know if it's by watching or knowing others. Don't feel obliged to answer.
So, literally everything that's written is about experience. If it's not my own, it's other people's, like Grace's experience or Ad's experience or people that I know. And I'm just living through other people's eyes in a lot of ways, as well as my own. So
some of them are actually like kind of quite personal.
Yeah.
Let me remember which one it is.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, hang on.
I Have a Hurricane. I Have a Hurricane is personal, definitely. And
oh no, have no doubt about it. I don't even like to think about them in the mix. It's horrible. But yeah, there's like a...
I Have a Hurricane was very personal in the fact that before I met Grace, I was not in a good place. And it took me a very, very long time to get into a really good place, you know, and it was with Grace's help that I managed to do that. And I Have a Hurricane is my mind and the demons that are in there. Very personal.
So Bev also asked, just love I Have a Hurricane, what is in the story? So there you go. There you go. Okay. So we've got one last question from these, which is it's basically the same thing about the lyrics, and there was an I Have a Hurricane one as well. So Keith asked about in He'll Drive You Crazy, was it an accident? And we answered that it was. We didn't fix the recording, but we definitely kept the recording in. It's not in there by mistake, but we recorded it by accident, if that makes sense.
What was that song?
He'll Drive You Crazy. What was that bit again?
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a fake. That was a genuine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are we playing?
I literally remember the moment.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we'll do one more question. So, who are we saving Grace? This is from Colin. Who are we saving Grace from? Just checking on
Aaron.
the meaning of grace. Are we saying that there is no elegance, goodwill? I can tell that there was once a goodwill hunting couple of famous actors to pretending to be different people. So it came totally from... People assume like Aaron's saving me, and it kind of is that. It's music and our circumstances saved us.
Yeah.
Like being able to do the music, do it together, saved us. So it's our saving grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's the meaning. Okay, should we go for another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love this.
the next song is Talking in My Sleep. Yeah.
Oh, are you just before you play it? Was this the one you both went into the van for? Or am I getting mixed up now?
That was
Or was it
on the last album.
Yeah.
That was
this is actually maybe this was the tune that we were jamming together on piano, me and you, Grace.
That's right.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was.
And then it went into guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I went in the van with this one and I done a verse and a chorus, didn't I?
Yeah. Because Aaron was. Oh, hold on. You and I were jamming it on piano while Aaron was writing the lyrics for the song we were just talking about.
I Have a Hurricane.
I Have a Hurricane in the van.
Yeah.
It's all going on.
And I remember, right, when I wrote this, it was like because the album was feeling very rocky and like bangers, knock 'em out, which was great, but it was like just needs some bangers. It just needs like some like shade. It felt like it needed a breather. So I specifically was like hunting through Aaron's lyrics, like we need something that's different and it's going to just throw a different angle on the album. And I love this. I think it's really pretty. And we're looking forward to playing this just acoustically in the live sets with the band. Well, not with the band, like on our own, as again a different angle on the live shows.
Yeah.
So, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's staying on here for so long.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
This is going on a really long time.
We do ramble on a bit, I must admit.
I know we're going on a lot. And
my vote will start at 6 p.m. when you put the poll out. I just want to put it out.
Oh.
I said 7, but
lightweight.
I knew this was going to happen.
It's a lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. What was I going to say?
I've got a brownie in my coat pocket.
This is the randomness that is going to happen.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Right, shall we play this next song? So this next song is called Talking in My Sleep while Adam is eating his brownie.
Okay. And we are reading all your lovely comments.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. We're reading them.
Lovely.
I've been living in a strange part of town. Don't know when I was last around. Memories that linger in my head, they are sometimes better left unsaid. I've been talking in my sleep, and daylight leaves me weak. I want that warm bed, not a cold dread, if you let me. I was looking for a truth that's hard to find. Many turns on a path you can't unwind. Jeopardy can always be misread when the signs are often covered up ahead. I've been talking in my sleep, and daylight leaves me weak. I want that warm bed, not a cold dread, if you let me. If you strange. I was shutting down. Mirrors scream loud but made no sound. Remedies no longer leave me dead. Now I yearn for the times of ahead. I've been talking in my sleep, and daylight leaves me weak. I want that warm bed, not a cold dread, if you let me. Oh, if you let I've been living in a strange part of town. If you let Don't know when I was last around. I want that warm bed, not a cold dread, if you let me. I've been living in a strange part of town. Don't know when I was last around.
It's pretty.
Yeah, man.
It's nice.
That's a prime example of room mics right there for the guy that was asking earlier.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's like the sound of the room. Love it. That was a good performance, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
And that was.
Sorry to butt in. That was you guys were going to go home early, I'm sure. And we were like, we nearly had it, and we were like, should we stay a little bit longer? You stayed for like another couple. Late night.
Yeah,
Late night record.
we did that with a few, didn't we? In the end, we were saying this the other day actually that sometimes when we were just sort of jamming the tracks out and stuff, it would be a case of, you know, we'd be onto something and we didn't want to go home, did we? Because it was like a case of we interrupt that sort of flow, and we had to just stay on, and sometimes till early hours of the morning.
That's why we wanted to stay in Vanny this time at the studio rather than keep driving home, because otherwise it's like, oh, it's all going great and we've really got a good idea, but we need to go home and we can't have a beer because we've got to drive home, you know. So
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good call.
Yeah,
I think.
definitely. So let's move on to some questions.
We're just going to rattle down some questions. Sorry if we don't answer your question. We've nearly done all of them. So David asked what, because I know David's on here. So we said we learned a lot from touring with King King. What are the top 3 things we learned?
The first thing I would say is the fact that we definitely need inner ear monitoring, because we didn't have, like we said, we had some gigs that were good for our sound, for what we needed to hear, and other gigs weren't so good. So the inner ear monitoring will definitely help that.
Like get a consistent consistent sound
yeah.
for us, because it kind of, like, if you sound horrific in your ears, it's really difficult to think that people are enjoying it.
Yeah, totally.
And it kind of spoils the gig, you know.
As I said earlier, there were some gigs I couldn't even hear the guitar, so it was just like, well, you know. But yeah, so inner ear monitoring is definitely one thing that we've learned.
Do you want some advice about in-ear monitors?
Yes.
Yes, ads.
100% have a crowd mic, because if you don't have
ambient mic,
if you don't have like an ambient mic, everyone's clapping or shouting out, "Do this, do that," and you'll be like, "What?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like get the engineer to put a crowd mic up, facing the crowd, because otherwise you'll be like so disconnected. If you've never played with in-ears, or if you haven't played with them a lot, like playing without a crowd mic is it's just like it doesn't feel like a gig. I've been there before when you're like, oh my god, where's the vibe?
I'd hate that as well.
Have a crowd mic.
Yeah.
Good point. Warren.
Okay.
Nice.
Done.
Definitely
We've got to have
do
one.
that. Definitely do that.
And a big shout out to Stephen as well, who is sorting out our molds.
Yeah, I get our molds.
Yeah.
Got our molds done the other day.
You're a superstar. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. That's awesome, man.
So just a few more questions. So Nigel asks.
We haven't answered the 3 things, so that was one thing.
Sorry.
So the second thing, the touring side of things, we absolutely love touring. We learned that again. We love touring. We learned that again. We'd forgotten it, obviously, through lockdown and stuff like that.
I think, actually, like, I completely lost my bottle during COVID for live touring. I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I've ever been able to do it. I'm completely, like, yeah.
But as soon as she hit the stage,
then I was
she was running. She was cool.
We had our first gig back at our Brightlings Music Festival, and I was like, oh, no, it's all right.
That's great.
But completely, yeah. But it was a long break, and a lot had happened. There was a lot more people going to be listening to us than there were before lockdown. So, yeah, got our confidence back for sure, didn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. What was the third thing that we learned?
Third thing, I think, watching King, and they were
great, by the way. Love King.
They're so like pulled together, like everything is thought out with what they do. It's kind of difficult to explain without like seeing them how they do it, but like backstage they're very controlled and focused on what they're doing. Like I think there's so much assumption that like backstage everyone is partying, going crazy. They're not. They're focused. They're doing singing practices. They're warming up their hands to play guitar. Everyone is focused on what they're doing and taking it seriously. Like it's not a party, you know.
To the point where Alan Nemo, the lead man from King, was actually doing singing lessons, or not lessons, sorry, singing warm-ups, shall I say. And Grace said, Alan's the only man that I know that can actually make a singing warm-up sound even more Scottish.
But I think that's exactly what we're trying to say, Simon, is professionalism.
Totally.
Like, it's... and it's not like to not make it fun, because it's fun on stage when you've got your stuff together, like, and you know what you're doing and you focus. That's fun. When you go out on stage and you're like, oh, I'm on stage, that's not fun. That,
when you don't know what you're doing, yeah.
So being prepared and focused, professionalism, totally. Yeah. And they're masters of it. They were awesome.
Yeah, really, really good.
I saw Stu Harden pop up. Do you guys know? Do you know Stu? Stu guy?
Stu Skinner.
Stu Hardy.
No.
Yeah.
Stu Hardy.
Name's familiar. I can't think.
Well, if you ever need a percussion player for bigger gigs or a fill-in drummer, Stu.
There is.
Stu Hardy. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, maybe we do. Do we know who Stu? Name's familiar, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so just a couple more questions, because then we have got our last song.
Oh, Stu. No, they don't.
Oh, no, we don't know you, Stu.
We did.
Oh, nice one.
I'm backing vocals, sorry.
Oh, cool. So someone, Peter's asking, I've listened to your version of Barton Holler. Do you think you might ever record it on future albums? I love your cover. We're actually looking at ads. Have we told you about this? Coming in the studio pretty soon, doing some cover stuff. We told you, yeah. So yeah, we are. That would be quite fun to do, just to because there's some stuff we've been doing for a long time, playing for a long time live. That would be kind of nice to get it down. Yeah. So we're looking forward to doing that. Keith says, have any plans to upgrade your vehicle now you're megastars? Nope. We love Vanny. We made her, so no, definitely not. And Simon asks, has Red Rum officially retired now as you have a drummer, or will he still come out to play sometimes?
Red bloody Rum.
Red Rum is not actually officially retired. There will be, Red Rum will come out at least once. But especially in America. Especially in America. Sorry?
None of them.
Oh, I can't hear.
I might use it as a floor tom for the next album.
Oh, what, Red Rum?
Yeah.
A floor tom.
Floor tom, yeah.
So we definitely won't be using red rum in the studio, and we never have.
No, we did try it once, didn't we, Ads? We did try it once, and then Ads said, "No, put it away."
I could get some,
and then brought out his 22-inch.
28-inch, mate.
Oh, 28 inch. Sorry, mate. Don't start.
I could chuck some snare wires on the bottom of that kick drum and make like the beefiest snare. We'll talk about that.
So, hello Vari. I thought you'd come earlier. It's good to see you here. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to doing some covery stuff. I think there was one more question from Colin, which says, which song included drumming that was done up in the treehouse? Well, we're going to play it to you now, and it's the last song on the album.
Make a grown man cry. This is the one.
Last song on the album, everyone.
The daredevil that he is, drumming like a, what? I don't know what you're drumming like a maniac.
Like a monster.
Like a monster drummer.
Drums hard, man.
Desperate hearts running free with their feet on the ground. Stop the streets on the far side of town. As we should, making plans through the spiral ground. Had no time, lit it up with debris all around. It's enough to make a grown man cry. Enough to make a grown man cry. Enough to make a grown man. Say my name, hold a breath, but you won't make a sound. I sell my soul, now I'm lost and found. You say to stay off the path, don't let anyone know. It's enough to make a grown man cry. 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 It's enough to make a grown man.
Woo!
Oh yeah, and all this can be heard on the
Have you seen
silver
this, Ads?
splatter.
Have you seen
The
our
silver
vinyl?
splatter vinyl.
Have you heard the snare on that track?
He's like, I don't care about your vinyl. Have you heard the snare?
I
Keep it
have. I
still,
saw
keep
it
it
on your live stream on Saturday.
Did you?
Oh, nice.
Oh, you played the covers of what's the duo? I forgot.
Civil
the name.
Wars.
Yeah, so it was 20 years.
Obviously did it. Spot on. Really loved it.
Nice.
Cheers,
Thanks.
man. Thank you.
Yeah, that vinyl, it's great.
Cheers. What did you say? I missed that bit.
The vinyl
That
was great.
snare.
Oh, okay, right. Well, it has been an epic 2.5 hours
It has.
listening party, and we've had hundreds of people on here the whole time. So you're amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for all your comments. We've literally been sitting here reading them all, even if we haven't answered all the questions. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you to Ads for doing the live stream.
Just quickly, Ali Pally, yes, we love C6 Steve, one of our inspirations, for
You
sure.
love C6, don't you, Ads?
Yeah. Guitar
Yeah,
box
it's good.
supreme.
Yeah.
Love him.
Advanced production, so good.
We actually did listen to a whole album of his, didn't we? Like 2 or 3 times when we were just chilling out, didn't we?
When we had fish and
Through the
chips,
recording. When we had fish and chips and beer,
Which was like every
which
night.
could have been any night.
we,
Yeah.
we didn't drink at all. What are you talking about?
It's a sober album.
Yes.
To dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around. Sorry.
Country influence.
Yeah, been listening to country music today. So yeah, thank you everybody. Ads, we hope we can come over and see you soon and have fish and chips and beer.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
thank you everybody for joining.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're really, there's kind of an element of like, we're excited and relieved slightly that this album's finally out in the world. It's literally been a year in the making, and it's so soon really after our last album. It's been quite a crazy year in the best possible way.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody. Thank you for crowdfunding and pre-ordering and making it possible for us to do. And have a good week, everyone.
And if we don't see, well, have a good week, and don't forget next Sunday night we'll be live streaming 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're quiz nighting on Thursday
Quiz
at
night
8
on
o'clock
Thursday night.
on the group. Yeah, and then live stream as usual on the Sunday, and we'll be playing some songs from the new album too, which is going to be cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we'll see you then.
Right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers
Thank
all.
you. Bye.